your girl Roxy Fab, and this is the Fab and the Furious. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is episode 11. I'm like so hyped. I can't believe it that the season is almost over. But like I said on the website, well, on the Facebook page, there's a Facebook page now, so make sure you go check it out. Again, it's the Fab and the Furious. It's a Facebook page. It says that we're going to have things all summer long, off and on. Man Talk is coming. They're going to smoke cigars. They're going to drink. They're going to talk everything men only. So you definitely want to check that out. There's one coming up with police officers. It's going to talk about your safety, how to talk to your children about police officers approaching them or stopping them or whatever. We may go live so you can ask questions as well, which will be pretty cool. We're having a girl pajama party, which is going to be cute as well. I'm excited. I know, but I can see Belito's hands from here like, huh? What? You know? But that's going to be really cute. So many things that are going to come up throughout the summer, so make sure that you check it out, even though this is just episode 11 and we're almost wrapping it up. So you know who everybody is. To my left is my girl Cassandra. To her left is Naomi. To her left is Rima. To her left is Belito. And to his left is Kahan. And today, right?
Just
right. So today we're going to talk about a bunch of stuff. So it may be all over the place, but y'all get it. You're going to grasp the whole thing. Okay? But it's going to be about music. We're going to even go back in reference to like when you heard this song, it made you think about Club Gotham. And when you heard this song, it took you back to the Ritz, or it might have taken you back to, somebody said Bobby Dances or something, or it might even take you back to Pulsations or Illusions, or when you used to know how to skate backwards, because I know you don't now. I get it. Or when we used to wear them Scullies that stuck up a little bit, and it had the little thing and it had Space Invaders on it. It may take you back to the Vegas. All right? That's what we're going to do. Yeah. And then we'll flip it and talk about whoever Lil Baby is, and Migos and Drake and all that stuff. And where does that take you to? Because I don't know where it takes me anywhere. You know, I don't know. It may take you somewhere, but I don't know. So that's what we're going to talk about. We were talking about it hard before we logged on, and we're just going to jump right in and go when everybody's going to be silent. Just because.
I'm still stuck on the pajama party. Right?
He's still.
Why you mad, son? Why you mad?
Because I ain't never been invited to a pajama party. Actually, yes, I have. Yes, I have. I just didn't go.
But it's all good.
It's okay.
Because not everybody sleeps in pajamas.
Not everybody does.
Oh, that's why you weren't invited.
So I didn't go. I was invited, but I didn't go. If I came in my pajamas, it would have been a problem. I would have just had a robe on and just showed up like, hey.
And that's why Belito can't come to the pajama party. All right? That's why he can't come. You know what I mean? He can't come. You know what I mean? But, you know, it's all good, though. Because we can't come to Man Talk, and I really want to be there.
Is that right?
I'll be there, but I won't be there.
Right.
I'll be in the building.
Yeah, you get to watch it.
I won't be. Yeah, I'm gonna be looking through the window, taking pictures like I know what they talking about. I can see it on their face.
It ain't gonna be like ours though. It's not gonna be like ours.
You know, now we're gonna have another one and go deeper and invite our girlfriends. Cause see, the first one we just needed to do ourselves. But I'm letting y'all bring whoever you want and go in.
We're gonna bring some scrippers.
Oh boy. See,
that is not guy talk.
That's not guy talk.
No.
Oh. No. I mean, I need somebody, cut my cigar and light it for me while my hands is occupied. That's what guys do.
I know a lot of strippers.
Male
and female.
Sit her back.
So I know, if you don't, I'm the plug.
Look, now we get her started. Now I'm sweating.
No.
I'm the plug, I'm telling you.
She is the plug.
I don't need no male strippers.
No, females too. I'm the plug, baby.
Okay.
You what size, what color, what shape. You want a midget. You want a BBW. What you want?
You got a midget female?
She's the plug.
I can get you one.
You got a midget female stripper.
I can get you one.
She is the plug.
I am the plug. I am the plug.
And she might dance the candy.
I know a lot of people.
And she might dance the candy. Tastes like
That song brings a lot of memories.
Right.
Yeah. ain't allowed.
Oh,
to
Best man.
I know.
Yeah.
Now
That's
they
what I
want
always
with
think
me.
when I hear it now.
right now
I
they
think
want
of
to be
the
doing
best
the
man.
electric slide too. We didn't do that to Candy.
But that was like the
Really
ultimate
not.
cookout song. Like, you
Yeah.
went to a
Right.
cookout, that song came on. Like,
Right.
if you went to a cookout, you didn't play Candy, then it wasn't really
Right,
a
it
cookout.
wasn't a-
Like,
no, it wasn't a
Or
Like-
before I let go, the Frankie
Not
Beverly.
right.
version.
Let's be clear.
Let's cover that.
Yeah, let's be clear.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Why they don't
Right,
Beyonce?
differentiate.
You
No,
know,
no one's hating
Beyonce.
on it. No one's
Don't
hating
get
on
us, don't get the
Beyonce.
beehive on us.
You know,
Right.
I guess it's almost it's
The
funny.
beehive
Page
knows,
be
like,
busted.
stop.
Look, the publicist told them the other day, stand down. You know, I read that. Her publicist was like, chill out. It's
Right.
not that deep. Relax.
Oh, with the owner of
Yeah. Relax. That owner got a whole lot of money too. Relax.
But her face said
Yeah,
it
but,
all right.
like music today is not like when I like. It seems like when I hear a track from back in the day, it just like you can smell what was going on. You can like feel the energy from back then. It just takes you on a whole
Like the Gap
journey.
Man. Remember the Gap
It's almost
Oh,
like
man.
summertime.
Oh, yeah,
Summertime.
you hear
That
summertime.
song really just to me speaks it all.
Right.
Yeah.
When you think about that, you know what I mean.
Yeah,
you
the
think
cookout.
about
And it's not just us here in Philly. Because
Right.
you go other places and when they hear summertime, they are like,
That's
oh my
it.
God,
Yeah.
That's
it's the
like
summer.
That's the summer.
So to
anthem.
me, I feel like
Yeah,
that's
it
the
is.
biggest
It
difference
is.
between music then and music now. Like I feel like a lot of songs we didn't grow up to, so to speak, but we've heard it so many times
Because
that
our
it feels
parents
like
played
it's
it.
part of us as
Right.
well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like you said, you go to any barbecue today, you're hearing the same music. Those songs that we just mentioned, they
That's 'cause
still
they're
play till
timeless.
today.
Timeless.
You know, and I think
They
the songs,
are.
the
Classics.
songs today.
They're
I think the songs
those
today
are
are like
trendy.
trends.
They're
Yeah.
trendy.
You know, it's like it's good for a season, and then like if you're still wearing it next
Right.
season, then it's
Right.
like, oh, you
That's
still.
what they
You still
throw away
talking about
songs.
this?
Oh,
Yeah,
do.
definitely are.
They
I
do.
don't see like 20 years from now being at a cookout with either with my.
Cause I was talking to my daughter, cause she was like, like I'm like, oh, remember this is songs you like them? Oh no, I don't see that.
Yeah, they don't. They,
Yeah.
don't
So
even
what
say,
about
"Yo,
you
that
at
was
my
my
age?"
joint mom when I was like
Yeah.
5." They don't say that. They be
Yeah,
like, "No,
they
that's
just
old."
like, oh, yeah,
yeah,
we don't play that.
Right.
yeah.
I'm not playing that.
Our age, you playing classics. What you want to do? Like, oh, we don't play
Yeah.
that.
Well, I think that the problem is too is that when we were growing up, the artists their career span was longer. Today, you have these one-hit wonders.
Yeah.
They'll come out with a hot song this summer, and then next summer they'll be like, "Oh,
They done disappeared.
yeah,
Where are they
ain't
now?
They don't even know where they are.
You know, so it's like those songs aren't memorable anymore.
Yeah.
You know, because it was like it talks about something or a trend that was going on, and then that trend is no longer popular.
That's
So
true.
now
Right.
the song is no good because
Right.
no one's
true.
dressing like that, or no one's
Plus, the
singing that
love isn't
slang.
there. They all about the money. Like back in the day, people played music. They loved the music. They were
Yeah.
musicians. Now, okay, how much money can I make? What's trending? I can make some money. I'm gonna put this out there. It's not there. It's empty. It's an empty.
I think
song.
it's with certain artists because I won't say. I mean, I don't know a lot about him. I just know I like his songs. You know what I mean? So I'm talking about Drake. So like, I don't know if it's that way with him.
No.
You know what I mean? He tends to give a whole lot of money away to good causes. So I don't know, but like the best I ever had, well, I will rock that till
Yes.
today.
Yeah, I mean there are
You know
certain
what I
artists.
mean?
Yeah.
Like, oh
But
my
to
God.
me, he's a little older too. Like he's been
Yeah.
around a little longer
Yeah.
than the ones that to me is these that are like in their early 20s,
Just-
like the
okay.
fresh, like
Yeah, they
like
It's
like
not
what was the
bad.
one? I
They
think it's a
always
whole
little
song
bit-
saying chopsticks. I was like, what the fuck is turn this shit off?
But that's the
Chopsticks,
thing, you can tell-
chopsticks,
Really?
chopsticks. Really? That's the
I
whole song.
probably
We
don't even know
saying
how to use them.
chopsticks?
Probably can't even use
Funny.
them.
I don't know
You
who that is.
What is this?
But you can tell the artists, the young artists or today's artists that study music.
Right.
You know, you could
The
tell.
lyrics, you can hear it.
You can
in
hear it in the lyrics because they say
Sound.
stuff that makes sense.
Exactly.
And you can say like, oh, okay, yeah. And then whereas like chopsticks and you're like, okay, are we at a Chinese store?
Right. What's happening with
Is
these
it a kung fu
chopsticks? Right.
flick?
Even the
Like-
stir fry song.
Stir fry?
But the beat on stir
But the beat-
fry.
That's all it is.
That's what it'll
That's
get
all
you.
it is.
You talk like, huh?
That's all
What?
it is.
They actually can rap though.
No, they can. I will give it to them.
Well, I mean, I can rap
I
too.
will. They can.
You know, but
I think I can too.
I'm not great at it, but
I'm not
I'm
good
sure
at
I
it, but I think I
could.
can. I could battle somebody.
You know, I think I could color YouTube phenomenon.
I could.
You know,
Right.
if I put some.
And I think because all the music kind of sounds the same. It's all
Right.
cookie cutter.
Yeah.
But it is some people, like if you listen, they do be saying stuff.
You can
Yeah,
tell,
it's
Yeah.
a few.
Like
There
Future
are
be
a
saying
few.
stuff mixed in with all the drug
Oh yeah,
overlay.
yeah.
But
Right.
sometimes
You gotta
he
catch
do
it.
be saying some real
Yeah.
stuff.
I can look at what's his name, Black.
Lamar,
Who?
his
They
name
begin
is
with a
like
six?
6. Yep,
Oh, I
like
love
him
him.
too.
His whole sound
His
is just
name is
smooth.
Black,
Black.
but it's a 6 instead of a
They
B.
bad.
And in his song, he
Smooth.
says that they call me Black. Sometimes they call me 6 Lack
Yeah.
or something like that. Like, yeah.
But he's real
his-
smooth. He
Again,
has
the
his nice-
lyrics are there, and I feel like that's what's most important. To me, music, like listening to Biggie, Ludacris, like back in the day, those like one-liners, Jay-Z, those one-liners that were just hot that you could just spit anytime, where it made you think like, oh shit, that was kind of hot how he put these guys. It's like where
They
I
like
don't know, like there's
mumbling.
nothing to get
Yeah.
hyped
Yeah.
off of.
Once the mumble
I'm like,
rap came out, it was
right,
like,
what are you
okay,
saying?
that's what we're doing now. I mean,
Right.
I don't know. I mean, it works though. It's obviously
For-
working,
yeah.
but I don't. If I can understand it, like I said, like Zachary, because Zachary wrote one, and it's a mumble, but I can. He's clear in
And
what
that's
he's
not a
saying.
mumble.
Right? No, but it's still because it's that same. It's that same.
What's the tempo?
You know what I mean? But
But even Drake did a song where he kind of like, I guess he was mocking that style, but you can understand the words that he was saying.
Right.
Right.
You know, so it's almost like showing them like, yo,
You can do both.
you can do both.
Right.
You know, you can take that same style and actually enunciate.
right.
You know, so people can actually hear what you're saying.
Right.
And if you're going to enunciate, at least have it make sense.
Right. See, my thing is it doesn't. A lot of these songs don't tell us stories anymore, like a real
I can't
story.
visualize
Like
what
when
you're
I
saying.
right, like when I think about, we just had the basement party at World Cafe Live on Saturday, and when I hear songs like the Maestro, you know what I mean, and it's like
Oh, yeah,
9
that
minutes
shit's
and 30
long.
seconds long, and then when I hear songs like by Treacherous 3, at the party, you know what I mean, like come on, man.
And you can sing
can't-
along with them,
I
though.
can't-
That's how you get hyped, because you're singing
yeah.
along with these mumble raps. You can't sing along
No,
to them
I
because
Even
you
if you
don't
don't
say
sing
what they're
along,
saying.
Like disrespecting
you
the
can
youth.
sit back like the
I
other
know,
day.
right?
These mumble rap.
Like mush mouth, you know, like come
No,
on.
you know who really invented all this stuff? You gotta go back to Kanye.
You do have to go back to Kanye.
808 Heartbreaks. He
And
started,
isn't that crazy?
But
thing?
that's
He started with the
I
melody.
like Kanye though.
He was going
no,
for
but it was the mix
It
of the
was the-
singing and the rapping,
Yeah.
and now that's what everybody's doing.
Yeah,
It's more
right.
about.
I like Kanye.
Oh,
It's more about the
I don't care
melodies.
what anybody says.
I mean, Kanye
College
is
Dropout
brilliant.
was my
Music
joint.
wise,
No,
yeah.
you
That's
don't
what
hear
I'm
the
saying.
Heartbreaks.
Back
Classic.
then, he's
Yeah.
but
You-
again,
like-
he's a lyricist.
And that like
One thing about him, intelligence
Pablo?
is
That was-
there.
Yeah.
That's what he does not
Listen.
lack, is pure intelligence.
He
He
knows
can be a
how to
little
reinvent.
off in some other areas, but to me, that's how I said you can tell where a lot of rappers either have a ghostwriter or they're very intelligent, because when they reference things that seem that they might be outside of certain people's scope. Like I was listening, who was it? It might have been like Cardi B. It was a female rapper, but she said something along the lines of like, say the Bulls in '86 or something like that. Like, a dude wrote that. Like, you didn't write that, because unless you are a die-hard sports fan, females don't know numbers like that, where it's like this team and this year. You have to be a
Very few females
die-hard.
write they raps though.
Hmm?
I said even if you go back, very few females.
Right,
write
right.
they
But
raps.
that's what I'm saying. You can kind of tell who does and who doesn't based, like, if you pay attention. I feel like the same thing. A real rapper to me is that lyricist where you can hear you study your craft, because I think that's the difference. They don't look at this as a craft. This is a money maker, point
They're
blank,
pay
period,
homage to the old
not a
rappers.
craft.
And they get mad about that.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
put that old stuff on. I know what
Yeah.
that is. What?
But that's where all their beats come from.
Man, they
Yeah.
don't
Sometimes
listen
when
to
these
classic
songs come
music.
on, I think it's something
Right,
from
they don't
that's
listen to
old
classic-
school.
Classic music,
Yeah.
yes.
And that's
They don't
that.
listen to
That's what's the name doing that though.
Who?
Yeah, he was kind of like a clown back
Who?
in the day. Remember that boy Young Berg?
Yeah.
He's a
That name
rapper.
sound familiar, but I can't think
Remember
of
his
his
name.
song.
He had that song
Like
"Sexy
Eight
Can I"
Youngs.
with Ray J.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He the one producing all these songs now. Hitmaker, that's his
I used to
name.
like that song.
Really?
Yeah, all these songs that got these old, like where he taking all these like 80s and 90s R&B
Right,
songs.
right,
You know?
yeah.
I've been telling my
If you
daughter.
listen to every hit song that's on the radio now, at the beginning it says Hitmaker, and then
Oh,
it
right,
comes on.
okay.
That's him.
Now you gonna have me listening for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
I mean,
It's-
every
to
song.
be honest, I
Meek
don't
song,
even
all
listen.
Wow.
I think it's just
That's
sampling. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
plus the
Right.
samples as well. Like so many of them. I think, who was it? Because we were talking about it. I think is it James Brown is the most sampled?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Isaac Hayes.
I mean,
Isaac
like
Hayes.
you
James
know, you
Brown.
go back.
Yeah, but you got
Curtis
Philly's
Mayfield.
own. No,
But
Philly's
they don't know
own.
that. That's the problem. Is that they don't know that that's where their
Like,
music
they-
comes from.
to
Oh
artists.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Their stuff
There's
has
so
been
many
sampled
A
songs.
zillion
like,
times. That's
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know.
They
Yeah.
are real
I mean,
musicians.
Oh yeah, those guys. I mean, like it was interesting being. Where was I? I was at. It was a show, and I forget who was it. I think it was Kenny Gamble, because I think I wasn't there. But he was talking about how they came about, you know, writing the song Mrs. Jones.
Oh, was it the Clef Club?
Yeah, the Clef Club. Yeah. And that was dope. Like just like people who actually sat around and thought of it. Like when he told the story and you listen to the song, it's like
So-
you would have thought that it was them. Like it was me. You know, like I was, you know, seeing Mrs. Jones or whatever. But then it was like it was just two people observing something that happened every week
Oh.
on a regular basis, and then turn it into a song. Like that right there is a writer. You know,
Yeah.
that you can take something like that, and it's a
Funny.
classic.
Right.
That song, come on, it doesn't matter like
Yes.
where you are, you're gonna sing along.
Right.
You know, and people don't have that passion to write anymore, and like they're taking a snippet from that person, a snippet from that person, and putting it together.
Cut and paste.
Yeah, and then it's like, yeah, I'm gonna say these rhymes. Like you listen to some of the lyrics, and it's like, okay, that sounded like a little like
Mm-hmm.
something from Jay-Z.
Yeah.
That sounded like something from Michael Jackson's album. You know, that they just,
Yeah, they
instead of
just
singing it,
together.
they said it, you know, in a rhyme or as a rap.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, you didn't really write. You kind of took pieces and put it all together.
But
And like
the
you're
thing
doing
is,
the same thing.
they're able to
Yeah,
do
it's a
that
little bit
because the people who actually listen to their music don't know music. So for
Yeah.
us, when
We
we
were so
hear it,
mad.
we can say, but they will call them out on it if they did. So us, we'll sit here and say, if we listen to it, we can say, oh no, that's such and such. Oh no, that came from. But as a young person, if you don't listen to music throughout the decades, you're not going to be able to pick up
So
on
they
it.
gotta be introduced to it then.
Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's definitely, that's why I made sure, like, earlier we were talking about 107.9 at one point was a station that was like those, the 90s up into like the early 2000s. So, like, my son likes Biggie. He was like, yeah, I like Biggie. I like his music. Like,
How old is your son?
he's 14.
Mm.
So again, but I've always played like those kind of songs, the songs that I liked that I grew up on now. What I did have to pay attention to is that, yeah, some like the way that I monitor my kids' music, at least when we're together, I'm like, oh, I didn't even realize they said that. Wait a minute, like,
I don't monitor shit.
yeah.
All right.
My daughter
When I'm in the
listens to
car, I
everything.
definitely like
Yeah.
when we're in the car together, I definitely.
But
I
think
just
it's-
don't.
it's-
Like, if I
opens
ask
up the
Zachary who Biggie
conversation.
is, he'd be
Huh?
like, I
You know.
think, all right, okay. And, like, Zachary could give a darn
I
about.
think it opens up the
any of that.
conversation.
Oh no, like my girlfriend's son loves Tupac. Like got a whole poster. Like
No.
that was one of his
17
Christmas
don't care
gifts.
about
Like
none of that.
love.
He was into that.
Son,
He
I
was
don't
into
know
that
who he listens to.
Extacion dude and all that,
Mhm.
and,
Oh,
and
okay.
he's into somebody else. That's Drake was his favorite, and then that was over like a year later. And
Right.
you know, like, nah, they don't.
Oh,
They
Well,
just
now,
don't
now my
like
daughter
artists.
is different because she's 31. So you know
Right.
she grew up on Tiffany can belt out the Patti LaBelle song before any a bunch of my friends could.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right.
She can belt out the Tina Marie and be like, you know what I mean? Because that's what I raised her on that.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it's different. But child, ask Anthony or Zach. They'd be like, who? What? if somebody walked past them tomorrow, they'd be like, I'd be like, that who? Like if they would. They
I play
wouldn't
everything in
care.
my house.
I listen to everything.
Everything. But now they older. Like when they were younger, like it was from my son. Like he was all into old soul. Like he had a Pandora, Ozzy Brothers station. Now he into I don't know what he listens to. Some kind of like rock. Or, I don't know. What he listens to. He has some old other
But I mean, I
level.
went through that era. Growing up, you know, I listened to, you know, hard rock and roll,
Yeah, I did
R&B,
too. I was a white girl in the
jazz,
80s.
you know, or you know, I
I
listened to
was,
pop music.
I was a white girl in the
I
80s.
still-
I do listen to pop.
Together forever with you. That was my jam. You could tell me nothing. Man, you know.
You better
So
sing
you
it
do
for
the
me now.
dance.
Oh yeah, I could dance and everything. He couldn't dance for nothing.
You
He was
said, look, you thought redhead, white dude, thought he was black. Like, oh, he a white dude, a redhead.
Yeah, listen, the first time I saw the video, I was like,
white guy sitting there?
I was confused. I was like, yo, that's it.
Like Lisa Stansfield. He was
Oh,
like, oh,
man.
wait a minute, what?
Yeah,
They
wow.
call him Blue Eyed Soul. Oh, what?
It's so funny.
And then you had the it wasn't house music. It was like
Now you talking
Yeah.
about go-go?
no, like the Stevie B eras and all that stuff.
Oh, yes.
Diamond girl, you make me feel
Oh, Diamond
like
Girl.
I'm on fire when
Yes.
you on it.
That's New
They
York.
don't have songs like
That's
that anymore.
Hispanic music. They
You
put
know,
that music on.
because I'm telling you, I don't care who you are.
What?
But even like that, those songs, you remember them songs. Come
Brenda
on now.
K.
Ken.
Star. You know Brenda K. Star.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just
I know.
glad at how excited you are.
You
You hit the hook. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I used to listen to everything. Listen, the other day I was sitting on the porch.
That's what music do for you.
Yeah, I was sitting on the porch and I was like, you know what, I want to hear some Sinatra. So I have this app that I use. It's called SoundCloud. And I went in SoundCloud and I put in Sinatra, right? So I'm looking through the list and I saw Sinatra and Biggie and I was like, what? Sinatra and Biggie? Let me listen to that. So this DJ put together, like he mixed Frank Sinatra and Biggie.
Wow.
When I tell you,
That's dope.
it was dope. As I was sitting on the porch like smoking my cigar like that. People was walking by like,
Wait, what? Hold up.
that's Biggie. But
Right.
I never heard like what Biggie song is it?
Right.
I'm like, gosh, I just found
Oh,
it
that's
on the app. It was a Frank
I'm
Sinatra
gonna have to
and
look that
Biggie.
up.
That
Oh, wow.
thing was dope. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's like, but you could tell that DJ knows music.
Right.
For you to be able to take Frank
And
Sinatra
blend that together
and
somehow.
bring it together
Right.
with Biggie, like
Right.
you
You gotta
gotta
be-
know
you
music.
know,
Right,
you
but
gotta
you have to know all
That's
genres.
why
of
you-
music.
Yeah, you have to know
You
all
have to have
genres
an
of
ear
music.
for it, and you have to be able to listen to a Sinatra song. Like, wait a minute,
Yeah, I
that
can-
Biggie song. With
exactly.
That
this.
takes talent.
Like, wait a minute, let me sing.
Yeah.
Like,
Cause
to
when
even
they did-
experiment
That
with
wasn't
something like
Jay-Z,
that.
Hard Knock Life. How you gonna take
Right.
Andy
Yeah,
and
Andy.
make it to like that song? I was
Yeah.
like, yo, I got the Andy soundtrack at home.
Yo, get you hyped.
Right. That's so funny.
But it's funny now I'm sitting there thinking about it. Just imagine how our parents probably felt when our music was changing, because like they're the ones that put us on to the James Browns and you know the Frank Sinatras and all that. And then as it transitioned into you know the 80s
Right.
and the 90s.
They definitely thought rap was trash.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
you know
Oh, my
they
God.
definitely
Because
you
of
know
profanity.
yeah, the profanity.
And that's what I'm
was-
saying. Sometimes
But
when I
that
listen
comes
to
to
those
later,
old
though.
songs, I'm like, oh, they was so. I clearly remember singing "Oh Me So Horny," and my mom was like, "You said what now?" I was like, "What?" Like I don't know how old I was, but I didn't know what the hell it meant.
Yeah,
But I was
that's
just
true.
singing a song. I like this song. She's like, "Yeah, no." What are you
I mean, that was
singing?
later though, because I mean, like hip hop, like you know, Eric B and all them, Big Daddy Kane, like they wasn't really
Right.
cussing their songs. It wasn't until later you
Right.
had like the cussing.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
Sugar
NWA,
Hill and all that kind of
yeah.
stuff.
Well, see, yeah,
That's the
but- yeah,
early,
Sugar
early
Hill-
years.
But,
Like
but
when
you
I
saw the
did,
transition from the Sugar Hill gang,
Absolutely.
you know, to the Eric B and Rakims, and then once like you know
Big came on scene.
Public Enemy and all of them came out.
Yeah,
They
right.
came out before Biggie.
NWA.
NWA and all that. They
Yeah.
changed. That's when
That's
hip
when
hop
it started
really
getting
changed.
Gangsta rap kicked in, and
You
then
know,
that's when it
yeah.
started
because it
changing.
went from just like it was all about it was partying and loving each other and us coming together and
And the
you know
chicken tastes like wood.
you know
Yeah,
you know,
stupid
and
stuff.
then it went to
Yeah.
now I'm gonna shoot you because your chicken tastes like wood.
Right.
You know, and it's like
Pop, pop.
yeah.
Well, wait, but the funny thing, not the funny thing, but the good thing in reference to Philadelphia is to know that, and I love you, to know that Schoolie D started gangster rap.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
cool as shit. And
PSK.
Ice-T even
Like, that was like
Yeah.
Ice-T gave
says
homage
it
to
like
him.
yo, nah, without him, he like, you know, I mean, because Schoolie don't have no edited versions. It's a rap. It's not. You just have to be there to beep that joint out. There's no radio edits. You know what
But,
I
I
mean?
mean, I-
Oh my God, I love Schoolie, man. I love Schoolie. Like PSK, I think I was 15.
Yeah, but
You
I
know?
think
Can we
It
shout
went-
out
it
EST too?
oh yeah, EST
Yeah,
definitely.
EST too.
But I
He
think-
wrote a lot of
Which
hits
one?
with Beyonce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
think gangster rap or hardcore rap. I would say I think
hardcore's
Schoolie
a
D
little
was
bit
hardcore.
Yeah.
And then the gangster is
Well,
what
they just
really
credit
messed-
him with that. I mean,
Yeah, but I
Ice
mean-
Cube, Ice-T, they all
Yeah, they
credit
credit
him
him
with
because
Schoolie
he
D,
was
so
the
I can
first
give
one
that
that
to
actually was, you know, that
They just didn't give a fuck.
yeah,
Yeah.
you know, but he wasn't talking about stuff that, you know, he wasn't doing. Whereas,
Right.
like, it became a trend to just talk about shooting cats and all this
Right.
stuff.
I'm
And
tucking
it's
on
like,
the J, sipping on
you-
some brew.
yeah, you know.
That was my shit.
You
That's
know,
all I want to
but
do.
that's the thing, like,
Get high and lay it down and do the body rock.
but that stuff you can
Exactly.
but that stuff you can
Nostalgic much?
but listen, but even that, you weren't thinking about going down the street, getting in the car, and shooting up a whole block.
Right.
You know,
Right.
you thinking about like, hey, you know, I'm gonna go get me, you know,
give me
some
40.
drinks, and I'm gonna go call this shorty up, and you know, we're gonna do the do.
That's it.
You know, and then it went to fuck the police. And it was like, no, I don't have no problem with the police, you know. And it was like, well, you ain't got no problem with the police. What sex you claim? And it was like, I just like blue, you know. It's like, I don't claim no sex, you know. So it's like, the music all of a sudden took a flip, and you was like,
It took a big
I
flip.
don't even know what to wear now.
yeah.
Right.
So it's like, what
Jumped
are you
against the wrong
talking
damn
about?
color.
You know, like we went to having a good time battling in the streets, and now I don't, you know, you gonna
Fresh
swoop-
grooving.
Oh,
Yo.
Oh my God,
Man.
dance battling.
Yeah.
I saw you. That was my movie.
But that's
And
what
they don't even make stuff like that.
they
Right.
don't.
Like
Who was the one
like
with
street
the
beat
Fat
and-
Boys?
Yeah.
Yes,
Street
yes,
and all that
yes.
stuff.
B Street.
You know, you could tell me I wasn't Turbo. What?
They don't do
You
that.
know, couldn't tell me nothing.
They don't do none of that.
But I was even saying, like, even with, like, our hip hop, not saying I was a
I
nigga,
did try to
but
walk on the wall.
they would never even
I
do like
bet
a
you
self-destruction.
did.
That would never happen today. They would never collaborate and make something
And
like
they
that
should.
today.
Yeah,
And
it's
they
funny because
should.
we had
That
a
would
couple
be
people
hot,
been talking about
yes.
that for a while.
They
Yeah.
should.
It was-
They, but they would
But
never
see,
do
I
it.
think
Yeah.
it's the
First,
music
back in the
industry.
day with all the female rappers.
Like,
Yeah,
they
but see-
gonna all battle against one another.
Yeah,
It's
but
this
back
one against
then,
that one.
you know, they weren't signing all these $1 million deals.
No, they were right.
You know, and it's like, so now, it's like, listen, you want to sign this $1 million deal, then your music is going to have to, you know, be about
And
this
all the
that.
artists do complain about that piece, that the puppeteer. That's why everybody's trying to, you know, go out on their own versus come under a label, because you have a puppeteer at
Yeah,
that
but
point. Like, you
what
have
difference does it
to
make?
do that. You have to give off this image. You have to give them whatever type of music they want you to give them based on your contract. So, like,
Yeah,
I've
keep
heard
your
like almost
community
every
dumb.
artist, right?
Yep.
They
Yeah.
speak about that. Like, I had to get out. I couldn't wait to get out from underneath that contract so I could do what I wanted to do. The most recent one I just heard recent was Ciara, and she's freaking a singer, and still was going through that. As a singer, you wouldn't even think
They
something
mold
like
you where they
that.
want you to be.
Right.
Prince told them a long time ago, y'all ain't want to listen.
Yeah. Y'all talking about some Prince wear heels and then.
He told you a long time ago when he had the joint on his
Michael
face.
Jackson had a long perm.
He was
and
trying to tell you
school
that.
y'all.
Yeah.
They own their masters.
He was trying to school y'all. They own all they
That's
masters.
right.
All.
That's why he wrote Slave.
He was AFCAT.
No,
Yeah.
he's such a riot. He cracks me up.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
Yes.
I think that's people, because it doesn't make sense for you to say, well, I'm going to start my own label. But on your own label, you're still putting out the same trash that you would have put if you was signed with someone else.
Right.
Right.
So like, if you're going to put your own label, then how about you uplift your community? Like, tell these young boys that, no, you ain't got to go out here and shoot nobody up.
Nobody wants to hear that.
You know, because I mean, like
That's
Jay-Z said, like, you shouldn't, you shooting somebody, you know, on the block, and you don't even own the block.
Right.
How about that?
You know,
Right.
so how about you buy a couple
On a block
houses?
that you
Like,
don't
come
own,
on.
right?
Yeah.
Right, you're fighting over a block that's not yours,
Yeah.
right? That you don't own anything. Nothing
Yeah.
of it is
Yeah,
yours.
I
But
was
then-
trying to explain them to the boys, like even with their rapping and stuff, like nobody even wants to do anything clean. Everybody's even scared to jump.
Even
Like,
R&B
when
is dirty.
I said that, they were like, no, that's corny. That's corny. And I'm like, well, you know, Will Smith not doing a movie unless it's 40 million ain't corny.
Mm-hmm.
That's not corny at all.
At all.
And Will Smith ain't talking about shooting nobody.
Nope.
And has
never
it
did.
ever.
Never.
Right.
Different
Never.
era.
It was a different
Different
era,
era.
but it was fun.
Yeah, but people
So
were
that's
still
what I'm
getting
talking
shot
about.
back then.
Right.
But, you know,
I'm
but
just
he
talking
chose
about-
not to.
I'm just talking about as far as rap
As far as
wise,
content.
bringing back the fun. You know what I mean? Rap was fun. His rap was fun, but
And it
I can
was
still
and
party.
educational.
When I hear brand new funk, it's on and pop.
You know, because I
You know
remember
what I'm saying?
when
Like,
I
it's
heard
on
nostalgia
right now.
from Will Smith, and I was like, what the hell that mean?
And that's the other
And it made me
thing,
go
yes.
look it up.
That was
so
me with
stupid.
Lauryn Hill when it came Reciprocity. From that
Oh,
point on,
yeah.
I was like, Reciprocity. I like the way that sounds.
Yeah.
Let me go look that up.
Yeah,
Like ever since that's been my word.
You can go back.
No,
to
we
Big
need to
Daddy
reciprocate
Kane.
here in this
You can
relationship.
go back to Eric B. Rakim. Like they was lyricists. Like they knew. Like their vocabulary was like. Yeah, Karen's
Yes.
made you look up stuff.
Yeah.
You know, you
Because
can
they
sit there.
studied their craft.
Yeah.
They knew. I mean, you have to. In order to be a lyricist, you have to know words. But these people are not lyricists. They're not trying to.
No, they
be
making up
lyricists.
words.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
Anytime
anytime they
that's
gotta
what
come
else
up.
I don't like. Is when
Anytime
they make up
they
words.
gotta come up with an
I
Ebonics
wouldn't
dictionary.
say that though.
What?
Making them sound.
Well,
What?
no, I think
What
they
you
just
saying?
playing the game the way it's supposed to be
Oh, yeah.
played.
Right.
Listen,
They
they
absolutely
the best at it, right?
That's what I'm saying. A lot of them
Absolutely
actually
doing
can rap
And that's
for
why
real.
that's why they throw away rappers. Who, what, little what? I don't know that, but I don't know.
Like I do
words.
believe, don't you know? As much as I don't follow them like that. You know what I mean? I think Offset and all them three. I know. I think they can rap. I really do.
They probably all can.
You know?
What's the name? Designer?
I
Like
really
all
do.
them.
He's
they're all
horrible.
point.
Remember him?
I need to just
Where'd
go
he
back. Let's see where the hell he at.
Where'd
That
he
man
go?
can't speak worth for 2 damn cents.
He used to hop all over the place and fall off the stage. He was a riot.
Looking like,
He was horrible.
looking like animal from.
But he
He
made
was
money
that
off
one
this
hit
song.
wonder and sold.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
just
a lot
like
of
Soulja
rappers
Boy.
is
Just like
intelligent,
Soulja
man.
Boy
Yeah.
with the plain
Yeah.
Jones.
They
When
all
he playing one.
most of them are Little Wayne is a
Yeah.
That's okay.
I like that
Everybody
new boy
was
with
in
the
the club.
country song.
Oh yeah.
The little
yeah.
kids love that
Man,
song.
What, Old
daughter.
Town Now?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I love that song.
I know.
The little kids go crazy. You put that
Yeah.
on the little kids. I wanna take my. I'm like, look at them.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Get in
what
the
it
club,
is.
you
Oh,
are.
you know,
See
you
what
hear
that
it.
is.
You know, you hear it.
I
Old Town
have
Road
heard, but
is
I
like
don't
a
know.
country
I
rap
don't even know what it's
Ride
called.
till I
It's
can't
Old
no
Town
more.
Road.
Yeah,
I'm going
At
to
that time.
See, like I said, I
But
don't
I
listen
don't
to the
know
radio.
words.
I
don't
Like,
know the
when I
words.
listen, like, the only time I listen to the radio,
I'm gonna tell you
I'm listening to
something.
NPR News or.
Oh, you got some rolled on us real quick. What happened?
I said I don't listen to the
Tiny
radio.
Desk concert. NPR Tiny Desk concert on
You know,
YouTube.
like,
What?
like if I turn the radio on in my car, other than that, I'm playing music from my Bluetooth.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Pandora, yeah.
yeah, I don't listen to the radio because it's like I get a headache.
See, I do listen to it because I'm not going to know what to look for. So again, when I listen to music in the car, again, me and my kids are in the car all the time. So that's when I get to see what they're listening to, what songs they know all the lyrics to. Because then when I hear the real version, I really know. Because I know that they're watching it and listening to it on YouTube.
The real version.
So they hear the real version. Yes, and when I hear the real version, I'm like,
I listen to mixtapes. Like I listen to the new mixtapes that the
Sorry.
DJs make. You know, like they got the new summer mixtape. I'll listen to that before I listen to the radio.
Right.
Simply because the radio is playing all the watered down, really dumbed down trash music.
Right.
But it's like a DJ is gonna make you a mixtape of the stuff that the kids are really listening to. Because a lot of kids don't listen to the radio neither. They're listening to Pandora, they're listening to
definitely.
iTunes and all that. So
they go straight on YouTube.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I'll play a mixtape, on SoundCloud, or I'll play a mixtape on Mixcloud or whatever, and just to hear what's out there today. But to just sit there and listen to the radio all day, oh hell.
That's something on all day period.
Yeah.
I was in the car.
But that's
with
how most
my
I do
phone.
miss was mixtapes, going out to like 52nd Street and going to the
Those are the
table.
best you can my
You
dance
get the
hall.
tapes.
My dance
No.
hall. The tapes.
Yes.
Yeah, but no, they got an app called Mixcloud.
Really?
And Mixcloud, that's where all the DJs upload their mixes. You can look up any genre of music. That's where I found the Frank Sinatra and Biggie mix. Yeah, DJ on Mixcloud put that together. So it's like you can just go up there and just say, hottest summer hits, 2018, 2019, whatever. And there's a DJ that made a mix of all the hot tracks that's out, that's playing in the clubs that these kids are listening to today. And that's how you get hip to it. And some of them, it's bearable.
Right.
Gotcha.
Unlike the radio. Like I'll turn the radio on during the 12 o'clock workout
Right.
and the 5 o'clock rush hour.
Yeah.
Like that's the only time I might be like, oh, let me see what they,
Yeah, because you know how it's going to be.
Yeah.
But you can
Fridays at
discover
6.
the difference is too, you can discover new artists on SoundCloud and
On
stuff like
SoundCloud,
that as well.
yeah.
Like I know with I credit myself with that all the time. What was it, 2019? 2017. I was listening to SoundCloud and started playing LMI. LMA before that. I was playing Boot Up.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Like
radio.
her,
Right, because that was on for, I was about to say, that
Her been out for
That
years.
was
both of
on
those, because that was,
SoundCloud.
yeah, before
Yeah,
that
my
was the
daughter put me
radio.
on to her.
Even
Yeah, I
She was
like
like,
that.
oh, I want to listen to her. And I was like,
Even
who?
my
She
son
was like,
was like
her.
her.
I was like,
Daniel
who? Yeah. And she was
The
like,
Daniel
no, Dad, his
Caesar
name
one.
is her.
Yeah, I
He
like
was out
him
on
too.
SoundCloud.
Yeah,
Zachary
like
was
him
like,
too.
you know the Daniel Caesar, and he wasn't. They weren't on
On the
regular
radio.
radio.
That's I find a lot of my stuff
Yeah.
on either online. Like I said, I Pandora. I listen to like people that nobody know, and so I'll use those artists as my people on Pandora and like
Yeah.
SoundCloud. And that's how I get all these other extra
The
artists that
suggestions
nobody
and
ever
stuff.
heard.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear what's on the radio. Like people I have on my phone, it's like who, what? But you gotta. It's a shame that you have to search for good music. Like it's a shame. Like why can't I turn on the radio and hear good music?
Because we don't own our shit.
That's
You
what I put
know,
on
it's
my
like as
audio.
long as the Jews control every media, you're gonna
Well,
hear
yeah,
what they want,
Viacom, yeah.
you know, to be
School
played.
you.
Because they figure as long as your kids is dumb as hell, we can continue to do what we're doing, and y'all continue. Listen, I mean, think about it.
Well, wait a minute, time out. Shout out to Radio 1. I listen to real music all the time.
Oh yeah, Radio 1. Listen, no.
I listen to classics on 7.9 all the time when
Yeah.
I'm not in the building.
Yeah.
I listen to 100.3 WRMB. Or I listen to my boy DJ Caesar on Boom 103.9. Let's not get
Friday
twisted
at
up.
6 o'clock, he got the Great Caribbean mix on Friday 6.
See, that's what I'm talking about. So shout out to Radio 1. That's all I want to say.
You can tell like
Real
Caribbean
quick.
music.
All right. Yeah, I got the app all on my phone. All three of them. Right.
So y'all, well, we already said you already gave the disclaimer that we was gonna go all over the place with this.
Yes, I
again,
gave the
the
disclaimer.
music that we listen to, again, if you look at our communities, and then it's interesting because we influence, our culture influences everything.
Everything.
So at the end of the day, regardless of who's running the media, we control everything, really.
Fashion,
You know,
music.
fashion, music, whatever. So at the end of the day, it's all these people that's complaining about, oh yeah, you know, the labels and this and that, whatever. All right, how about y'all, you know, forget them labels.
Right.
Stop trying to get signed to these labels. Put your music out independently and educate your people and teach your people. Like, you know,
Easier said than
now,
done.
I'm about to say,
Nah,
but
listen.
now are.
like you
Listen.
said, not easier said than done, harder done, period. Because
Take a lot of money.
the problem is
take a
in
lot of money.
time.
How much money is in the black
No,
community?
it
We
takes a
spend
lot
trillions
of
of dollars
time,
every year.
and the thing
Take
is,
a lot of money in
the
quality
quick
music.
fix is to sign a contract because
But not
they're
these
dangling
days.
money
I
in
disagree.
your face.
I disagree.
All
Most of the
right.
artists
Again,
that people say are independent aren't independent.
Right.
They got deals.
yeah. So again, I'm gonna go back to saying,
Take hundreds of thousands
Like,
of
so we're
dollars.
broke,
to
right?
Get your
We're
music
All
broke.
you need is distribution.
out and distribute.
All you need is
Alright.
distribution.
But we don't own no
Listen.
distribution.
Right.
that's the point.
Yeah.
So, but we're broke, right? We're broke,
You
and
know
we
that.
have the poor. Our communities are broke down, and this and that, whatever. But if the white communities are so rich, how come the Chinese ain't in the white communities open up Chinese stores? The Mexicans ain't in the white communities open up bodegas. You know,
They're not consumer-minded people.
exactly. So that means we're not really as broke as as the media says we are. They have you thinking that you're broke, and it's because they continuously telling you that you're broke, and then over time you just
But
continue,
that's
you know,
changing
believe
too,
that
the
you're broke.
narrative. That's
We are
changing
broke.
You know,
too.
Let's
so
keep
it's
in mind.
like,
What you said?
So we are broke.
man, you're
Collectively
broke.
As a people, we
You're
are
broke.
broke.
But
Anytime,
that mindset is
anytime
changing.
as a people we can spend trillions of dollars. I mean, it doesn't make it cracks me up because I can say I got a clothing line, yo, this is my t-shirt, buy my t-shirt. You be like, no. And then Gucci, the owner of Gucci will say, I hate you motherfucking niggas. And then you're gonna be like, I'm gonna go buy some Gucci. Like, you dumbass. Like, but you
By the way, I
bored.
do have a t-shirt line, so if you want to put your order in, it's Etsy, Sovereign Soul Apparel.
Alright,
So
we
go
can
ahead.
get
We're
your-
gonna next show. You gonna have on my shirt, right?
That shirt.
I got
You
two
know?
different styles right now. That's on there.
Yeah,
one for
because
men,
you're not-
one for
you
women.
can't catch me. You're not
One
gonna catch me wearing. Like, I'm not supporting none of them
Right.
cats because
No.
if
Right.
everybody took
No,
their
I'm not
Gucci
really
shit
here.
and went back to Gucci store and said, "Here's my receipt, give me my money back," man, Gucci would be out of business so
Right.
fast.
You believe that?
No.
Just from
They
black
wouldn't.
people?
They would.
We're the only ones. Listen,
We not the only ones that buy this shit. It's
All
an
right.
Not
international
anymore.
brand.
All right.
You just more
But the
flashy.
thing
Yeah,
is,
international. What the fuck? We're not
Right.
international. We're all over the
No,
fucking
but we
globe.
just we're the flashier ones.
Yeah.
It's
Come on,
like
man.
Cassandra said, we're just the
All
ones that
right.
you gotta see it.
All right.
You gotta see it.
You gotta
And the
see
thing
that.
is,
Like,
right?
Yeah.
That's what
But
I.
that
That's
comes
what I don't
we gotta
like.
It
stand
comes
in
from a
front of the
place of
Bentley and
poverty,
take a
though.
picture.
That's what I'm
Like,
saying. Because we never really had money, it comes from a lot of our desires come from a place of poverty.
Man, we had money.
We have to give
So we
everything
strive.
that we feel like we didn't have. I just was watching that episode of Blackish, and that was the whole episode was them.
Everybody want to
him
sit
talking
at
about
the table with Master.
showing, here it is. We want to give our kids everything that we didn't have to the point that now our kids also feel entitled, just like the ones that we want to complain about.
Mhm.
No, we have to find that middle ground of you give them stuff, but you also teach them how to get it themselves. And that's kind of where we're losing space. Like we talked about it before. Yes, Gucci, we as black people buy a lot of Gucci, but again, we trend and everything else, and then everybody else starts doing it. So again, if it was,
So
but
their
they
sales
already.
went up.
But what I'm saying is that if black
Yeah, but
people
that's
can
what I'm
stop
saying.
now, and Gucci will still be okay because black people already set up that trend. That's popular. I just read an
Alright.
article about cornrows. Like again, same thing. Like cornrows used to be, like you ain't get your hair done, you just got cornrows. Then as soon as a white girl, they start with all of a sudden, here they go. It's on, runways and in magazines and everything else. Where cornrows are cute now. It's fashionable. It's high fashion.
But you gotta understand, like
Bo
you said, with
Derek
the
was
music.
doing that before B had the lemonade
I was about to
braids.
say, Bo Derek.
Yes.
Okay.
Bo Derek was back in
Right.
the day.
It was
No,
called
but
Bo
Africans
Derek
were
braids.
doing it before
True,
anybody.
but I'm just saying, the
That's an
Beyonce does
African
them call
style.
them lemonade braids, and then the world wants to.
But that's a style, not cornrows, right?
We've
That's
been
a
doing
style,
that, but
right?
you-
I had
Yeah.
cornrows when I was a
but that's
kid.
the point. You
But it
guys,
wasn't in magazines.
yeah, but
It
you
wasn't in
guys just
magazines
supported my
until
point
somebody
that
started doing it.
the reason why, look at Nikes. Who knew anything about Nikes growing up?
We
It was
did.
Lottos. No, growing up, we had Lottos. We had Diodoras. We had
Diodoras
no.
was the shit.
We didn't. Nikes wasn't.
Nikes wasn't
fully-
popular.
Hey,
Wasn't
Yeah.
bought, not
Yeah.
here,
So
not
the
here.
Jordans
We
came
wore
out.
Nikes
Yeah,
in New York.
So the
Pumas.
Jordans
That's
came
what. That's what we was rocking.
Shell
And
top
then
Adidas.
Shell top Adidas.
Top 10
You know
Adidas.
the top 10 sport.
Felines.
Come on.
The
Felines.
Birds,
And
Birds,
then it took for one person to have on a fresh pair of blue jeans and a white pair of Nikes, Air Force Ones, and then all of a sudden Nike just became big. Look at Timberland.
Well, actually,
Look,
look,
I didn't know who
the
was
Air
wearing
Force
Timberlands.
Ones. No, honestly, now back to music, right?
Mhm.
That actually set that trend more so than anything for it to come back. That's how some of the styles and the certain brands are actually gaining momentum is again off of music.
Off
So
of
Air
our
Force Ones,
music.
it's a whole
Our
song
music.
about Air Force Ones.
Yeah.
Air Force Ones went from like being $40-$50 to
Yeah.
being $140-$150 because of a song. So
Exactly.
it's
our
all
music, so that
trends
so again,
back to us, but
Yeah.
once we put it
you
out
go
there,
back
it's no
to
longer
Gucci's
ours.
and the Louis Vuittons and all that stuff. No one knew about that shit. It was all, it was in Europe or wherever it started. It didn't come to America until somebody here put it on a video, and then all of a sudden, boom, sales go up. So again,
I'll say that.
Wow,
No, so you got it wrong because people been rocking that stuff. It wasn't big, but I knew about Louis Vuitton. I knew about Gucci when I was little.
Yeah,
because you
we
seen
knew
people,
about
you
it.
seen the hustlers. It always had that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That's where we got it from because the hustlers had it in the street. Like, oh, what they got?
yeah, but
what's
that's what
that,
I'm saying.
what's this?
But that was
Niggas had
before
Louis
music
Vuitton seats in
videos.
their car.
That was
But you
before
said,
music
you
videos.
said we didn't know about it. We did know about it.
No, what I'm
No.
saying, no, that's not what I'm saying.
No, that's not what he's saying.
What I'm saying is, it took, like, yeah, we was wearing it in the hood. You know, you saw the pimps wearing, the minks and all that stuff. Yeah, but nobody was breaking their neck to go buy a pair. It wasn't until it was on the video, somebody was watching a dumb tube, and it was like, oh, I gotta get a pair of those.
Not going broke
Not
to do it.
necessary.
Because the guy.
I feel like that's
What
the
about
biggest
Paul
difference.
Mary's?
Yeah.
Remember Paul Mary's? Y'all remember about them
Mary
pants?
jeans?
Them
Yeah, I
telling
remember
telling
Paul
jeans?
Mary's and stuff.
Did y'all see a lot of rappers with those on?
Oh, man.
No, but who had a video?
But everybody in their mother Philly had on.
Right.
That's what that's a sneaker.
This is
No, it was a
It was
pair of jeans.
jeans,
They was
a pair of
custom
jeans.
made jeans. You had to go
Oh.
get them like made for you.
Mhm.
Did
The
Jay-Z
Paul
have a
Mary.
song with that?
He might, I don't know, but I know they were real big
I'm
for
not
a
a
while
big
in
fan.
Philly.
I don't know.
You know, but it was, but you got
Not
stuff
big
like
fan
that
of
was
Jay-Z.
Maybe it's a
mentioned.
North Philly thing.
No,
I don't
he
know.
mentioned in the song. Somebody mentioned
I
it in
think
the
I
song,
won like one
and then it was
CD.
like, I gotta get a
That's
pair of
never,
Paul
I
Mary's.
never
Because,
downloaded
yeah,
the song.
Tommy Hill became big because somebody mentioned it in the
Because of
song.
Grand Pooba.
Yeah, well, Grand Pooba talked about Jabos, and everybody went out
Yeah,
started buying
Jabos.
Jabos and whatnot.
Jabos
And
and
Tommy Hills,
Tommy.
so it's like, it's not until someone of some status, which is usually some black dude in the hood that done made it, and now he want to throw labels out there, and now everybody in the hood want to go buy these
I don't
labels.
think that's 100% true though.
Yeah, I don't agree with that.
Like if you into fashion and stuff like that, then there's people that actually seek that out. Like
Yeah,
you
but
read
see,
magazines.
If you went to fashion, then
Like
you
when I was
you
young, I
already-
read Rob Report and all that. I was getting them books, DuPont Registry and all that.
Yeah, but you was putting.
So I knew
you
about
was-
it before I heard it in songs.
Yeah, so you was working to get it. You wasn't going. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you was out in the streets.
No, I wasn't.
But you
Yeah.
still
But I'm
knew
saying
about
that
it.
everybody
But you knew
is
about it.
Yeah,
not
that's what I'm
taking the
saying.
cues from like music.
Right.
It's some people that actually.
No, but I'm
Maybe
saying
stuff.
it gets out of hand. Music gets stuff out of hand. Like for you just
Well,
had
it's
an
mass
interest.
marketed.
You had an interest for
Absolutely.
something. You had an interest in fashion, so it was like, I read these magazines, so that's why I dress the way I dress.
Right.
Whereas you got some cats, they dress the way they dress because they only influenced by music. So every time the next song, somebody says something about something else, now they changing their style.
Right.
Whereas like my style's always the same.
Like
It's
when
kind of
Rose
like
said,
with
"Throw them-
shows
take
like
the
with the
jerseys off."
skirts and all that kind of
Yeah,
stuff. The
you know.
guys, yeah.
So it's like skinny jeans. Like we wore skinny jeans back in the
So
80s.
it went from
It just yeah, but now that
look,
it's
we're from
And they
skinny
went from
three
real big,
sizes
sometimes
too
big.
big to a 3T.
Right, that mean,
Yeah.
like, go from 3XL to a 3T.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Well, that speaks to a bigger issue than what you're saying. That's more like emulating success or having certain role models that people look up to. Because
Right.
everybody that mentioned brands, people not doing everything that they say.
Yeah,
But I feel like
just
there's certain
because you
artists
see
that,
somebody
that hold that weight.
just because you see somebody on television don't mean that they're successful. How
Like
many
when
broke
Jay-
It
ass
don't even
artists
mean
are
that
out
they
there?
actually got it
But
all.
you know,
You
people
can't-
find-
Like on marketing.
The
But
other
back in
reason
the
they
day,
don't
Pimp
buy
My
their
Ride
stuff.
was all the
nonstop.
gas.
It's crazy.
You remember what was the MTV Cribs?
MTV Crib.
Right.
And then it all came out after the fact that they weren't even their damn cribs.
Right.
What
Yeah.
they call
Except for Redman.
or they pimped the car out and it wasn't shit. It
Yeah,
was
well,
a shell.
Redman-
Except for
Redman
Redman.
kept it 100.
He had that all
Redman kept
argument.
it 100.
Oh, yeah, he
I'm
did
like,
keep
yo,
He like, this my
He had
spot.
holes in the wall. He had no furniture. Like, welcome to my home, y'all. Come in.
Got the crates in the corner,
Yeah.
hold the TV, type shit.
He
like
even
that.
showered yet. Like, oh, I ain't shower my bed, y'all. That was so
But
funny.
yeah, but like I think Naomi said it too, which was what I was getting ready to say. The videos and stuff, all this stuff is borrowed.
Right.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
but
It's,
these
you know what
cats
I
in
mean?
the
But like
streets
he
don't
said,
know
it's
that.
just
Right.
it's marketing.
Right.
This shit is borrowed, and these kids though, like you said,
Don't know.
they don't know
care.
that. You know what I mean? And even some of I don't want to say some of us, but some different eras and different ages, whatever, they don't know that either. You know, like you said, they look at it and they're like, you know what I mean? But that shit is borrowed. They borrow that and they get it right back. I mean, even for these TV shows.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That
That's like
shit
the
is
They
Roots
get
had
excited
it
if
like
they get
that.
something
Yeah.
from these
But the kids don't
designers.
know
Yeah.
that. The kids think
Yeah.
that
It's real.
right. You know what I mean?
I mean,
like,
even in the entertainment world, how many times we do shows and the stylist will dress us up, and we do a video shoot or photo shoot or whatever, and then
Yeah.
after the show we
You
give
gotta
them
get that
yeah,
back.
they get back.
So they will chase
You know?
your ass down in the
Yeah.
street,
So it's like-
try to walk away with their
it's the
stuff.
same for
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Even with Julian just being on The Voice, all that stuff is style. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? He was like, I want them boots. Like, you can't. Sorry, when you take that off, put that back over there
Yeah.
in that bag right
Yeah.
there. Like,
Right.
and that stuff is So I mean, but these kids don't know that. They just look at it and think, oh my God, that's I want to
And
wear
I
that.
want
I want to
that.
wear that. Now the difference is too the other difference flip side other than from videos because we've always had videos, but now that it's social media, so then now you have the Meek Mill, just today, you're standing next to his Bentley parked in front of some bistro on South Street, and so then so now with social media it's just a little bit more different than the videos from MTV
Yeah.
and BET and Donnie Simpson and all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just different
And
because
their
now,
budgets were different. You had
yeah,
$1,000. Here's a video, and it looked like
Right.
$1,000. Now they got a $500,000 budget
Yeah.
for a video.
you can
so
shoot
it
this
look
video
like
on this 18-foot yacht right here. Right?
Right,
Yeah. Like
right.
what in the hell? I mean, but I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah,
It's
I
just,
mean, I think it just comes. I mean, it all is like a 360. You got your education, and you have your music, which influences you even more, and then you have your other avenues of media, whereas like if you're not getting a proper education, then you're missing out on certain skills that you really need to become, what's the word that I'm looking for? Because as a child. You start school. By the time you're an adult, if there's certain skills. If you don't have it, you're just incompetent.
Damn.
So,
True, but
yeah, there's a lot of encounters.
All of
Over.
that is
It's
not.
over.
Is again,
But
you know,
rap
on the
wise,
flip
you don't have
side.
to. If it's rap, you don't have to.
No, but I'm
You
saying,
funny.
I'm talking
in
about
a
the
sense,
consumers.
But
yeah.
all is a gimmick.
Okay.
You a
Yeah,
rapper,
but I'm
is
talking
a
about the
gimmick.
consumers. Like, we have enough sense because we took the time out,
But
we
people
took
don't
our
understand
education.
marketing. People don't understand, when, like they say with the cereal, being at a certain eye level. And, you know what I mean? Like, most people don't understand it. If you are not, I'll say, if your net, as far as the people that you surround yourself around, are not of different avenues, different mindsets, you're not going to get that information. Like, I feel like all of us, you become well-rounded because of the people that you come in contact with. So even us doing this podcast, like, we're all learning as we do this because we're around a different circle than what we're used to. So we're going to learn different things from each other. And each of us goes outside of here and goes to jobs, and we go to our neighborhood friends, and we go to these different places. Not everybody has that. So not everybody hears, because everybody doesn't read. Everybody doesn't listen to NPR. Exactly. But it's true.
Point, bro.
Most people say, I heard.
Again. I want the close up. Do that again. I need Belito to say. And I need,
You saw that?
and I need the close up to go.
You saw that? I wasn't trying to cut her off, so I just did that.
I want it in slow motion.
But see, now it's 2019. I don't even want to hear that. Like, it's.
But people always say, I heard, very few people say, because I read the other day, I heard this, and that. Well, they said, who is they?
Well,
You heard that from someone.
You don't have to read.
But that's what I'm saying.
Google.
But if you
There's
don't
YouTube.
read,
If you ain't gotta read nothing, if you are illiterate, I don't care. Nobody say it's 2019. You should not be ignorant. It's too much information out here. Get on your phone.
They
Start
got
looking
audio
at Facebook,
books.
Right.
Instagram.
Audio books.
There's stuff you can look
They
at
read
on your
for
phone.
you. You just
Like,
gotta
I don't wanna
listen.
hear that. Oh, I don't know how to do that.
Right,
Why
so
would you
no
want to do it?
excuses.
Right, but
She's
that's
right.
because they can research everything now. All they gotta do is click
You
one
the
thing on your
hood
phone.
is rat out there. I don't want to hear. Why not do that? You on your phone twerking, then you need to go on YouTube and learn how to do something else.
You can know how to change your oil on YouTube.
Everything.
Yeah.
Google it.
Yeah.
Like,
And don't tell me you can't spell, because now you can just talk to your
you
phone.
can talk on your
Right.
phone.
You know,
You need these people.
You can know how to put your own antifreeze in your car.
You don't
if
speak.
you YouTube.
You don't speak English.
You can just talk to your phone. Audio book on something, just
Kindle.
whatever.
Kindle.
Barnes book, Kindle.
Yeah.
I don't want it. Like, I'm sorry.
A lot of
I
y'all
don't
got
hear
that fire
I
stick.
don't
You
hear
just
that.
push the little microphone button and say, "Show me YouTube video on how to read."
Seriously.
Like, it's that simple.
What book is this?
video on how to
Siri,
read.
how can I change my
Like-
antifreeze?
Yeah.
Alexa, show
Tell
me
me.
on my TV.
How do I graduate from high school?
I want to ask
Like, come on.
Alito a question. And Naomi.
Oh hell.
Because y'all got, you said y'all had t-shirts and y'all got brands, right? So do you want all these educated consumers? Or would you prefer people to follow the trends?
No, I mean everything that I do is not about trends.
No, but what I'm saying is, say if it became trendy, say to me like Meek, like he promotes this brand, Milano or whatever it is. Like, say if y'all brand became that, and it's just a bunch of dumb people just buying it because somebody else said so, but it's helping y'all bottom line. Would you say, don't buy my shit because of that?
Yeah, but I'm
Read
not
a book,
gonna
nigga.
I'm not
Would
gonna
you do that?
I'm not gonna
The
put.
shirt was going to say read
Yeah,
a
the
book.
shirt's gonna say read a book. If I have a clothing line, then you're gonna learn how to read.
But you're not turning,
actually-
you're not turning away the money for
actually,
dumb
when
consumers.
I give people whether I mail them out or I hand deliver them, I actually have like a card that goes in there that talks about the brand and what it's about. And
No, I understand
like the
that, but what I'm
background.
saying is,
so if they
you're not
can't read
turning
it,
away.
they're
You're
gonna have
not
to take a
turning away the
picture.
dumb consumer though.
Well, I mean,
Right?
they're
'Cause
always
it's
I don't
about-
know
'cause
who
it's
they
about
are.
business.
Why gotta be a dumb one?
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
t-shirt.
No,
It's
no.
clothing.
But what I'm saying is, everything we talking about is some people that's maybe educated, sophisticated, but then there's a lot of people that basically follow trends and all that.
Right.
And maybe it's through music, it's through social media influence, whatever, right?
Mm.
But for business, it's about the bottom line.
Absolutely.
So that's what I'm asking. Like,
I
if
don't
you-
market
Yeah, but
very
see,
buy it.
as a-
particular.
as a
I don't-
business, you just care that people buy it. I don't know that you care that they smart, dumb.
No.
No,
Whatever
Not
goes
with,
on.
not with
Because-
something like that. Absolutely
Yeah.
not. And I feel like again, you have. if you understand business, you understand everybody has a target market. Your
Yeah.
target market is not necessarily the only people that purchase your product or utilize your services. That's who you market to. Again, that's what they say about some of these, the Gucci's and all these other names.
They don't
Black
market
people
to the
might
hood.
not be their target market all the time, but that doesn't stop us from buying it.
Mhm.
So it's the same thing. Like my target market is at this point anybody that likes the style and can appreciate what it says and what it represents. Now, they might take it and try to turn it into something else. That might be a conversation down the line, but the way I present it is in an educated way. It's in a way to educate people, because when I promote it, I have something that I'm saying about the brand and why I have it the way that it is. So either way, it's educating people.
How they doing this from music?
Because music, we promoting different
You-
things.
You asked the question.
No, you
Hold on, you was talking about all the clothes and all the stuff in the music.
So wait, because we went from music to
But
fashion
music
to,
is
it's basically
videos.
all
But
entertainment.
music is the universal
I want
language,
to talk
so
about what made me feel.
it's
when
the
I was
best way to
12.
promote.
Listen to certain songs.
I know.
Going to the barbecue.
Stopping
You know, you had
like-
your Sunday gospel music. You
Listen.
had your Thursday night me now.
I don't know.
I
Tell
don't
me.
know. I don't know anymore either. I don't know nothing. I don't read.
Oh, you don't read?
I'm ignorant.
You got ears, you can hear, right? All right, get you a damn audio book.
I don't have ears.
Oh my god. Y'all are so freaking
we gotta get
dumb.
together and make that song now, man. Let's make our own song.
Get a book. Read a book. Read a book, Ninja.
You got to
Read the book.
read.
You
You
gotta
do it like
remix
old
it.
school rap. When
Yeah.
you like, you got to chill. You got
Yeah.
to read.
You got
You
to
know.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, it doesn't. I think it's just
read.
more
No,
so.
it's
I
gonna
mean,
be like
it's just
chopsticks,
like,
but we're gonna say read. Read.
Right, that's
Read,
all you gotta
read,
say. You ain't
read,
gotta say
read.
nothing throughout the whole
yeah,
song.
then they're gonna be like, she wrote a song. She called me retarded. She said I'm Riri.
Yeah.
Read.
She said I'm Riri. I don't like that
That
sound.
song just says she gonna be in the chorus. That's Read, skirt, skirt. That's what she
Word.
It's gonna make
Word.
millions.
Word.
You're gonna have a
Word.
million hits.
Read.
No, but I mean, I
The
think
white man in the back.
I think, you know, when it comes to business, if you focus on the bottom line, then you're gonna have a lot of disgruntled employees. You're gonna have disgruntled, you know, clientele, artists, you know, because when you're just focusing on the bottom line, then it doesn't matter what's going on within the culture of your business, you know. And businesses thrive off of culture. So if everyone is in a positive environment and everyone feels like they're a part of the business and not just in the, you know, not just working for you, then the product itself will be something that people will want.
Right.
And when you focus on the bottom line, you're gonna have a bunch of
hip hop focuses on the bottom.
yeah. That's what
Right.
hip hop focuses on. It
Hip-hop
doesn't.
focuses
It doesn't.
on-
Right,
really-
that's- that was gonna be-
business is the bottom line.
Right. I was
Yeah.
about to
A lot of
say,
these
as a
businesses-
business owner, the bottom line always has to be in the forefront, so to speak. But in the meantime, you have to figure out, again, a lot of companies are now looking to see where are they spending money nonprofit wise.
Right, but if we're talking about
cultural
music
competency,
in our 4-minute wrap up,
right?
and we're talking about music in our
Oh,
4-minute wrap up,
that's my cue.
Okay.
Be quiet.
you know what I
She'll
mean?
take the whole 4
Right,
minutes.
so yeah, we talking about
Valencia.
right. We talking about music in our
Benito.
4-minute wrap up.
Right.
That it's about the bottom line.
It
Sony
is.
Sony's only talking to you about the bottom line. You know what I mean? Those record labels are talking to you about the bottom line. They don't care about nothing else. They're not worried about what you think and what. It's the bottom line. And are they going to be in the top 10 on Billboard?
Right.
And how long you going to be in the top 10 for weeks? You know what I mean? If you make number one, how long you going to be number one?
Right. Can we
You
get that
know,
Grammy
and
this
yeah,
year?
that's it. And that's really all it's about. It's not. I mean, you know, it's and that
It's
is
sad, but it is what it is.
Yeah,
Abs-
but you have people like the Princes and the Michael Jacksons and, you know, the James Browns. It wasn't about how much money they could make. It was just about being able to do what they love as
Right.
as a career.
in that
Yeah.
era, absolutely
And
was.
it-
I was about to say in that
because
era,
they started to.
and I was about to say
young.
they all started.
Yeah,
very
we talk about
young.
Michael and them starting that. I mean, he
Yeah.
didn't even know.
And even
5.
Prince, like,
Yeah.
I didn't even realize
Drilled
Stevie
in his
Wonder
head.
had a whole nother name, Little Stevie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's been out so long. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
years
It was-
old.
Michael
Yeah.
started getting to the money though. He kind of started that.
Well, that's why he
commercialized.
put the Beatles masters.
Yeah.
Michael.
Well, I mean,
Later
the saying from the
Listen,
advertising
Michael
perspective.
Byrne, Michael learned the
Pepsi
business.
commercials and all
Yeah,
that.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's
Michael
the
learned the
difference.
business,
talk
and he
about
was
Pepsi
like,
and
"Oh,
Michael.
so that's the game I want to play." And Michael was like, "We're gonna
Yeah,
play this
love.
game,"
Look.
and at the end of the day, they got burnt.
Right. When he said, I want a solo spot. That's when he knew the business.
Yeah,
He's like, all right, I'll do your show, but I want a solo spot. And then you were on it on the 25th anniversary, like,
And I moved
you
up.
you know you was on it.
Yeah.
Right. But I mean,
And
yeah,
a
like
lot
you
of
said,
these
when he
artists
was
today
around.
don't know.
Nah, they don't. He was
industry.
around. He wanted to learn.
You know.
But he had that hunger. He
Don't
wanted
know
to
the
learn
business.
everything about
Yeah,
it.
he
A
learned
lot of them
everything
just
about
want
it.
to learn. They just
Spotlight.
want to
They
make.
just
They want to
want
make this hit, make this money,
Yeah.
see what it does, and buy this
You
house.
know.
Like,
They want to drip.
you know,
Drip,
right?
They
Yeah.
I want to be seen. We live in a narcissistic
That's all it's
society.
about.
Our society is narcissistic, so they want to be seen. That's
Right.
all it is.
Oh,
I
yeah.
want to be seen.
They
What
know
do I
they know
do?
different than the other artists of the past, though. Really.
Not really, because they was all about the music. They were on a tour and all of
Yeah.
that. They
They
were
wasn't
about
about
the
that either. They
music.
wanted to get paid. That's why most of them groups fell apart. When they started checking
No,
the
they
money,
realized
it's like,
they
hold
know
up.
they about them getting
Yeah,
cheated.
and
No,
then everybody
they
started
getting cheated.
dipping
That's
off
why.
on they one.
But what I'm saying is
they
they basically was the same thing. I want to get my music out to the world. I want to be famous. And I don't really understand contracts and all that. So it's no different than an artist now.
It is, because they love
Yeah,
music.
but see,
They love music. They just doing it now for the check, and it sounds like it. It's a difference.
yeah,
It's
but
a
when
difference.
I mean, like I know,
Some people that
I know
still in the
wealthy
music.
people
Well,
that
not
say
everybody. No,
when
not
you
everybody.
follow your
Now,
passion,
few,
the
yeah.
money will come, right? And so if you focus on just doing what you love, then eventually you'll start to get paid for
Right.
doing what you love, and the money will come. But if you just focus on making money, you're gonna just start doing any and everything,
Any
and then
old
your
thing.
brand depreciates.
You and
But the
him,
thing is,
Because
the
it is
money
about your
is the means to the end of fame. There's a difference between having money and being famous. Because there's plenty of people in the suburbs that have a whole lot of money, much
Don't
more than
nobody
some of
know.
these rappers, but nobody knows their name. These rappers and these people, they're doing it for the money, but the money leads to the fame, and that's the thing. To be honest, I think some of them, if they could have the fame and all that comes along with the fame and not so much money, they wouldn't care.
And I think it's the other way around a little bit.
Well, I mean, that's like
Because
a
that
lot of
fame
guys-
comes with a lot of different problems.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it
You
does.
know what I mean?
No, you
can't-
wouldn't want it that way, but that's what
And
they
then
want.
they think they want it
Exactly.
until
Well,
they
but
get
what
it.
problem is like, oh,
Until they get it. And when they can't go to the store with a crowd of people chasing after them, or they want to take their daughter for a walk, Northwest or whatever, be at
Yeah.
Blue Ivy, so they want to take her in the park. Oh, that's Blue Ivy. You know, it's like you want it, and then it's like, wait a minute, it's too much.
Isn't that what Justin Bieber went through? He was going.
That's
through
what
that.
everybody
Well,
went
they
through.
all-
I think
Britney
it's a different kind of
Spears,
fame. It's
like
a different
all
kind of
them.
fame too, because I mean, there's plenty of Patti LaBelle's that can go to the market,
Mm-hmm.
and they shop with their sunglasses on and they hat, and somebody may be like, I think that's Patti LaBelle. You know what I'm saying? But that's what they want to do. That's how they living in big fat ass mansions and got condos all over the place and all that kind of stuff that you want. But you know, they want to live their life. It's the people who are mega stars like Michael Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Who started so young. He can't go to the market. It just is what it is. You know, and yeah, it's
That's why I'd rather be wealthy than famous.
I know
Thank
that's
you.
right.
Me
And
too.
we will end it on that note. We would
Behind the
rather be
scenes.
wealthy
Wealthy
than
than
famous.
famous, yes.
Would
Thank
you?
you.
I don't know if you would be,
I
but
don't need to be in the front of the camera.
you don't want to be in front of the camera.
No, man.
No.
I can be behind the scenes. I could be just
That's
like
me.
this. No
Be behind the
makeup,
scenes.
sweats on, nobody know me.
Not
You want
I.
to make the beats.
I want to be in the front. I don't want to be in the back of the camera. I want to be in the front, no
I
matter what the
could
situation
spin my
is.
coins
I just want to be in the front of the camera.
comfortably.
You know, but yeah, because eventually I want to hire somebody to do my makeup and do my hair. I don't want to do none of that. I'm sorry, I do.
You can do
I
that with
know
the money.
where I'm working towards.
You
I already
can
know
do
what it's
it.
hitting for. You know,
Well, you can
Rima
buy the
gonna-
block and do
Rima
that.
gonna be styling it.
You can
I
buy the
already got
block and do that.
But Lito's gonna come. He gonna do something.
I don't listen. I'm allergic to manual
he gonna write
labor.
the
He gonna do
contracts.
something. It ain't look.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be me. He's gonna come in and pray with me and be my medic. The joint that do like this or some shit. I don't know. To teach me how to be still in my mind because I can. But on that note, this was every single thing
Yeah.
entertainment. That's
Pretty
how we'll
much.
label this.
Yeah.
All about the entertainment industry. Once again, we are the Fab and the Furious. You already know where to find each and every one of us because I know it's posted under everybody's name when they talk. And check out our Facebook page. Again, the Facebook page is www.facebook.com The Fab and the Furious. We're on Instagram as well. You already know what it is. It's at the Fab and is it at the Fab the Furious? I think so. And our YouTube channel, you already know what that is as well. It's the Fab and the Furious. And if you want a question, you can already comment at the bottom of every video, or you can email us at thefabandthefuriouspodcast@gmail.com. Let us know what the subject is and who you want the email to go to, and we will make sure that that person answers you back as soon as possible.
Ooh, that'd be good.
Thanks so much. Thanks so much. And we'll
Like
see
and
you
subscribe.
on our final episode. Yes, like and subscribe. Do all those kind of things that you have to do. All right. See you